What's going on, guys? Pegasus and the Wise Guys. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Make sure you sub. Make sure you hit the bell, guys. I want to talk about Gizmeks, but not the Gizmek deck, just one of the Gizmeks, because it has an enormous tech capability. With that being said, let's look into it, shall we? So guys, in talking about the card, which we're here today, specifically, I could talk about the entire Gizmek deck, but I wanted to talk about Naganaki, the Sunrise Signaler, because it's probably the best one. I mean, you know, Roach, you could always have a long, drawn-out discussion about the actual deck. I don't actually care about the actual deck. I care about this card because it is a great tech card for a lot of different decks, whether that be Appliancer, whether it be Spyral, as you can see here, and obviously you know about Deskbots already, as you've seen some videos. They're probably floated around YouTube, but for this specific deck, this card contributes itself to be able to grab a card like Spyral Gear Drone, and then obviously you can have further copies of Spyral Drone to have further accessibility into being able to see your opponent's top card and then go from there. And obviously this isn't a perfect deck list. I'm just really using it to show exactly what I mean. But obviously with the Appliancer stuff as well, you have some of the same kind of things. You contribute itself to be able to grab a card that has equal attack and equal defense, as you see right here. And that obviously goes with cards like Spyral Gear Drone, obviously with the Appliancers, as well as the Deskbots, as I said before. Now, I believe, in my opinion, this is a great tech card and definitely something you should pay attention to as cards come out in the future, because it will only help Gizmek further expand upon itself and get better and better. Now, with the Appliancer stuff, obviously you have to control Appliancers a lot to be able to spam out the other monsters, so it basically having more copies of more of the monsters is very, very similar to a card like Four Mood Skipper, a card like Prisma, where you have further extension into cards that can help you further grab cards. So I've said further a lot, but I hope you can at least get where I'm coming from. Now you can look for yourself in the library for all the amount of machine monsters that are in Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, it's 45 pages, and I'm just gonna highlight the first three that I thought of with this card. And I've kind of already showed it, but again, you have to remember that the attack and the defense have to measure up with each other. And then you pretty much have to go from there. Now, you feel free in your own free time. That's not a very fun video for y'all to see. But I'll just highlight these first three because it really, you can only handle so much. And, at people's attention span, you're not going to feel me unless you can see some stuff on paper like this. Now, clearly, everybody already knows about the Gizmek deck, so let's get back to the Gizmeks. Clearly, you know about this deck, which I can also break down, but it's pretty much a go second deck, in my opinion, if you actually want to play it pure. If you want to play Deskbots, I think it's a go first. Spyral, you can play it how you want to. Appliancer is a wombo combo deck, but it's a very weak one. It's like Live Twin, but a little bit worse. But it may be, at some point, a little bit better because of this Sunrise Signaler. With that being said, I wanted to actually show some deck lists really quickly, and then some combos with Gizmek Spyral, just because I feel like out of these decks, I don't really like Deskbots like that, but I definitely really enjoyed Spyral and actually did pretty well with it a lot in those formats. So let's get into it. I feel, guys, in this first combo, I just wanted to show something really, really basic. The double summons are just blank cards, just so you could get where I'm coming from. With this card again, and a card like Spyral Agent, with this card, you contributed one machine monster who's attack. So obviously it doesn't always have to be him. It could be like Orochi if you have it in your deck and you're playing that version. But for this one, it contributed itself to be able to special drone. And then from there, drone can look at the top of their deck. And then Spyral Agent can copy whatever that is. You put the top card on the top of their deck. They pretty much got it from there. And then boom, you have your combo. Now, again, guys, it's just like playing 6 copies of whatever card that you want inside of your deck. So it can only help you further facilitate your combos. And as you can see here, you just start going ballistic. And if you know the basic Spyral combos, I don't feel like I have to explain too much. But from here, you would just get Quick Fix and then start looping Quick Fix over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Ignore the, I don't know why in the world I just added that and didn't add the crow, but pretty much, guys, I think it's pretty much self-explanatory. Where you go from there, you just keep linking and playing monsters. repeatedly. And then if you've never seen any of this, the code breaker stuff is really nuts, and probably the way to go if you do want to play Spyral. And I can actually make a Spyral deck profile. I've been wanting to play it in real life, but I got to pick up the cards first, and I've been working on it slowly but surely at locals. But I do feel like the addition of the Sun Gazer card, whatever the hell the thing's name is, you've gotten this far, you know what card I'm talking about by now. It just can turn really interesting really quickly, and I feel like having that card in the deck can help further facilitate a board like this. And maybe, you know, historically, the Spyral boards are historically great, as everybody remembers. These aren't quite the same, but they're definitely still something pretty strong, and I feel like for a rogue deck to still pretty much look like this, it's not the worst thing that I've ever seen. Very similar to a lot of other combo decks, and again, until they ban Verte and Dragoon, you pretty much got to play them. It just is what it is. Now with a full combo test hand, just to kind of show Spyral itself, I guess, if you haven't clicked off already, nothing would really change here. Obviously, guys, the Gizmek equals another copy of Drone, so just keep that in your mind in case you didn't open the Drone. The Gizmek is literally just another copy of Drone that can die to a hand trap a little bit harder, or walk into the Nibiru a little bit more. But from there, you pretty much got the full combo, and if you ever have seen Spyral played in your life, you pretty much can get where I'm coming from, where this is something that you may want to look into, especially if you actually love Spyral and have never seen this before. I haven't seen this too much on the internet. I actually like scour sometimes before videos a little bit, just to make sure I'm not ripping somebody off or anything. It's super, you guys know about the Yu-Gi-Oh community. Sometimes it's just really toxic, and I don't want anybody ever thinking that I'm ripping them off in any kind of way. But these combos are really self-explanatory and really explosive if you can get there. It's just if you can get there. Something to look into, guys. I'm out. Enjoy the rest of the combo. I'll see you next time on the next video. We got deck profiles and plenty more live content coming. Arrivederci. Pegasus out.